Hello, my friend. So I made this and I promise you that you can relate to it. Let me explain. So I love the writer and the author of The Obscured Sorrows, which you might have heard of, Joe Koenig. It is his book, but more like a dictionary filled with complex, obscure words that explain some complex emotions, and he found the words for them. And I was trying to find some words that would strike some emotion in me, because I'm an artist and the best work of art is the art that can resonate with you and that gets you emotional. And I want people to feel my work, not just to see it as a blank page with details. So I found a few cooler words like sonder, which means the profound feeling of realizing that everyone, including strangers passing in the street, has a life as complex as one's own, which they are constantly living despite one's personal lack of awareness of it. That is just so beautiful to me, bro. And oh wow. What a shiato. I hope I spelled that right. I don't think I did, but who cares? Which is curiosity about the impact you had on the lives of the people you know, wondering which of your harmless actions or long forgotten words might have altered the plot of their stories in the ways you'll never get to see. So many complex words put together to perfectly explain things you probably haven't even thought of, and now it's stuck in your head. Or at least in mine. But this one particularly stick out to me. It was heartworm. It has its own meaning, but I changed it a little bit just so you know. If you want to check the real meaning, go buy a book or just download PDF, I don't care. I'll put it in the description if I don't forget. But let's move on. Heartworm, which is relationship or friendship that you thought faded away a long time ago, but still sits in the back of your mind and won't go away, and you feel like you cannot disattach yourself, like you're still part of them and they're part of you, but you haven't seen them in a while, so when you're thinking about them, they must not even care about you, which you may be right, but you never know, and that is probably why you can forget them, because of the open loop. Or you think they might ruin your self-image now because you grew as a person so much physically and mentally, and you don't want to reconnect with your past self. And those new friends might think you're such a pussy or weirdo if they found out who you were and so who you are now. Those video gamer friends that eat shit food and spend time on their phones watching TikTok, or the bully. He's gonna ruin you again, isn't he? I had exact same situation literally yesterday. I guess that's what inspired me to make this. So let's go back around 7 years ago. I was just a little boy training swimming, and this guy from school would be there after my training and pass next to me with his friends. This guy is also a guy that would bully me in school, and I was scared and annoyed of him. I mean, I could beat him up, but he doesn't know when to stop. His ego was so big. I mean, I wasn't that big of a threat back then to him, so that's probably why he didn't get intimidated by me. But anyways, he was a bully, and after my training, he would just walk past me with his friends, look at me weird, and that's it. But one time, he walked past me and said something to his friends while looking at me, and they looked at me and started laughing, and then just passed me. I don't know what he said, but I felt horrible. I remember overthinking it, what could have said, and that fucked with my head. But some time passed, then I slowly stopped training swimming for no particular reason, just wasn't about it anymore. And from that point on, past around 5 to 6 years, I haven't seen him once for all the time. And then I came up with the idea. I wanted again to train swimming. I wanna build myself properly, and so I came to the same team 5 years later. On my first day, I had training with my old trainer, and that was pretty nostalgic, but he got pretty old though. But anyways, awesome. Then second day came. I met a guy that trained around same time as me, so I would see him from time to time back then. And now after 5 years, I see him in the same place, and we spoke, and I can see that he likes me more now than he did. I was probably an annoying kid back then, and now I clicked with him, and we spoke whole time while we were there. Awesome. Next day, there's new trainer, no old friend, only random kids around. Okay, no problem. I swimmed as trainer said, and I think I got to my limit because I've almost drowned, but I I didn't let myself to because I've pushed hard so I don't drown. And then I stopped for a moment and looked around, and it was kind of blurry. Then I looked at the lights and there was rainbows circling every single light. My father afterwards told me that isn't good. Basically, I've got tired and I didn't get enough oxygen into my brain, and so that's why I've seen the rainbows. I made a little bit of pause, then swim few more rows and the training was done. I was tired and it's time to go. I packed all my things and started going when I saw him. I remember I was mouth breathing while looking at him. We were walking one past another. I was staring at his eyes and he was staring into mine. It looks like he wants to dab me. I think he remembers me. I sure do remember him. Let's dab. Go on, dab him. Go on, dab him. What are you doing? He's gonna pass. Go on, dab him. Say something. Say his name. Say his name. I stopped looking. Oh wait, he's gone now. In that moment, I felt like shit. And I felt like shit while saying this. It got me traumatized, and I thought that I've changed a lot and that I killed my past self. But when I get reminded of my past, I lose the sense of reality and go back physically and mentally to the person I used to be, and that I don't want any associations to. So tell me, do you really think you've improved that much? Go on, think of them one more time. I know that you have your own imaginary bully as mine. Or he may be real for you right now, and you feel like he's gonna expose all your flaws and weaknesses that you thought you fixed. Or even better, he's gonna find some new ones. And not even by trying to, but just by knowing your past, as if that is enough to just speak about you and make you feel like shit. Because I know probably that's how it would go for me. That is most likely a reason why I was scared to say anything. I'm still scared of him, or maybe I'm still scared of myself. Maybe your new friends don't know the lame part of you, and when they find out, they might think, oh wait, so he did that? No way, he's such a dumbass. And they might turn their back on you, and you feel like you're gonna be left alone and die. Or your ex still tickles your mind from inside, and from time to time, she gives you that smile with her cute eyes or a slight touch, and after that, you're left with only unlimited thoughts. I think a better way to describe this is haunting memories, because that person is most likely not even thinking about you. They have their own lives to live, but I think it describes it better because those are just memories from the past that you're scared of or even in love with, and you're trying to let go of them just by running away from that into the future as if that is enough, but it most likely won't work. You know why? Because until you're ready to let them go, they won't go by themselves, and the fastest way to get out of them thoughts is through. So I hope I can capture that in this work of art, but there's some you know that you should let go of, but you just don't want to. And I get it. What's the reason of experiencing the thing if you don't hold them as memories? But you must know that even though you're one choosing them, these emotions still hold you back, maybe even more than the ones that you don't love as this one. That is what this represents. That is why he holds the hand, even though the hand which represents the past love gave up on him, but he's still not ready to let it go. And the fake smile on his face trying to battle the thought which he hardly combats with. So you can see the smile on his face just till the point where hands gain the control, where it turns into sourness. This might represent for you only one person or a few of them. It doesn't matter. What matters is the pain of thoughts that we all feel. That's what makes us human, and that is what makes it fun. But for me, this more suits, and you can probably relate, for a person I wanted to love, and I'm sure that wanted to love me, but I missed all the chances for that dream to become truth, and that's what's painful about it. The fact that I didn't even get the chance to experience it, but kind of did, but not fully. It's like just pulled right in enough to stay there, but not enough to be able to live. And anytime our eyes meet, I can only see myself loving her and loving that at the same time and hating it, being excited and bored at the same time, and the guilt of knowing that somebody else is going through that with her because I missed my chance. That is fucking painful, but I'm learning to battle that. And you might wonder how. Well, I'm not sure yet. And if you enjoyed my thoughts or my drawing, check this out next.